All right, folks, welcome back to this episode of Ask Lawyer John. I recently did another podcast, Markarian Mondays, where we discussed the topic of on everybody's mind. It's the wildfires raging on in Los Angeles. There's been approximately five fires. You had the Eden fire, you had the Palisades fire, the Kenneth fire, the Hearst fire. So based on our podcast, we got a lot of inquiries. Obviously, because a lot of people are affected by these matters, and it actually affects their homes, and which is their largest investment. A lot of people came with some questions. A few of them I want to take right over here because I think it resolves a lot of issues for some people. All right, so the first question I got was regarding deductibles. The inquiry was whether the insurance company can deduct your deductible from any recovery that you get. The insurance company's response is obviously yes. And the person was inquiring whether this is sort of like in car accident cases where it's somebody else's fault, the deductible doesn't apply. The difference here in these types of cases versus car accident cases, when it's somebody else's fault, it's their insurer that's covering your loss. So the deductible in that situation does not apply. Even if your insurance covered the car accident case, they essentially in the future can go after the other parties, at-fault parties, insurer through what's called subrogation, and they can recover whatever that they paid to you. Again, in that situation, the deductible does not apply. In this situation, even though it is not your fault, clearly wildfires, hopefully it's not your fault because you had nothing to do with it. And why would a deductible apply was the question. Well, this is because it's your insurance company paying for it, and this is a contractual agreement based on the premiums that you pay for them to compensate you for your loss according to the terms of the contract. So unfortunately, again, the deductible will apply. It is whatever is in the policy, and that's the amount that will apply. Second question was whether the person should handle the matter themselves or whether they should hire a lawyer or a public adjuster. Obviously, there's a fee associated with that. My response to that was, this is obviously a very personal question. Depends on your current situation, depends on your tolerance, depends on whether it's a simple matter or it's not a simple matter. So there's a lot of variables that go through a person's decision-making process, but it is definitely a personal question. Clearly, from the get-go, most cases are pretty straightforward, and you should be able to handle them yourselves. If you hire a public adjuster, they might charge you between 5 to 25%, whatever the agreement is, whatever the agreement that you guys came to. So this is type of like the question that you ask yourself, even in like a criminal case. I've been hearing a lot of recent opinions regarding, not hiring a lawyer, and some of that might be valid. Again, like I said, in a criminal case, you can also represent yourself, and you won't have to pay somebody. In a civil matter, you can represent yourself pro per. Again, you won't have to pay a lawyer. It depends on whether you want somebody knowledgeable and educated in the field, who has experience in the field, on your side when it's a property valued in excess of $1 million, $5 million, $20 million, whatever the case is. Do you want somebody handling the matter for you, or do you want to go about it yourself? Again, most situations you can handle it yourself because it's your insurance company. They have the obligation under law to essentially deal with you fairly. It's called good faith. They have to deal with you in good faith, and they have to treat you fairly. All right, so having said all that, again, it's a personal decision. Reach out to us if you have any questions in that aspect. I'll be more than happy to address those as well. You can call me at 877-MARKARIAN. Look up on my website, markarianlaw.com. Ton of information is provided there. Next, I want to go through a couple of items regarding the current situation that's going on with people on their homeowners policies. All right, so for practical reasons, obviously, you want to document everything. Document all your receipts, whether it's for food, whether it's for hotels, whether you sign a lease with somebody else for temporary housing if you've lost your house. So you want to get all that put in a file and be very organized with this, because it will be necessary. It definitely will be necessary when you're handling this matter, whether it's you or whether it's a lawyer or a public adjuster. All right, a couple of other practical items. I recommend right away, obviously, contact your insurance company. Let them know what the situation is, your loss. Contact your broker, whoever sold you the insurance. They will be of a lot of help as well. Request copies of your policy. Request copies of any endorsements, disclosures, all the information that go with the policy. And that way you can know exactly what you're entitled to and exactly what your obligations are. Make sure all your communications are in writing. Request an email. Obviously, in this type of a situation, mail would not work because if you're displaced, you're not getting your mail there. Email, the best way to go. A lot of these insurance companies will provide that for you. Again, this is a contractual matter. You have a specific contract with your insurer to provide you benefits, to put you back to whole, and finance you for your losses, and you've been paying premiums for that. You are entitled to recover that. So do not hesitate to demand whatever you are rightfully owed, because you've been paying for it. All right, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me, 877-Markarian. Again, my website, markarianlaw.com. Ton of information is provided there. Make your educated decisions, folks. Do your own research. Again, everybody's situation is different. If you feel like you can handle it yourself, and there are a lot of nonprofits that might be able to help you, by all means, go for it. If you feel like you need help or you need assistance, it's always advisable to contact a lawyer. Again, 877-Markarian, markarianlaw.com, if you'd like to reach out to me with any questions. Enjoy the rest of the day, folks. Have a great day, and I'll look forward to you talking to you soon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.